Creatures of the night. It's your girl Tati. Let's talk about ESPN's 30 under 30 list. Now, I did cover when I did it last year, and let's see what happens this year. I do know like there has been quite a few wrestlers that have turned 30. So if you are 30 years old, you will not be on this list. You got to be under 30. So under 29 and under to be on this list. And I've noticed like a lot of wrestlers turned 30 this year. So a lot of these people will not be making it on this list. Now, I haven't seen it, but let's see. I always wonder who it is that's picking all these people anyway, because a lot of times I don't end up agreeing. And you know what? These things are pretty much subjective, so it's pretty much your opinion. But you do have to put in some facts when it comes to making these decisions in terms of where people lie on this list. So before I even get to who all on here, let me see. The criteria included drawing power, popularity, skills, position on the roster, and accomplishments, including championships and tournament victories. So this is interesting. This is interesting. They said a dozen different promotions were represented in our voting ballot across multiple countries. So let's see who's on here. Okay, y'all, this is ESPN. ESPN, I mean, they're not really known for their wrestling takes or anything, so take this with a grain of salt. So let's entertain these guys. Dominic Mysterio, number one. Let me see who's number two. Wait. MJF, oh, hell no. Okay, I'm going to try not to be biased because you guys know I love MJF. Maxwell is just, it has a huge place in my dark heart, but Dominic Mysterio, I mean, I'm not gonna be biased here. He doesn't do it for me. But I do love that heel reaction he gets. And let's just be honest, if I beat up my mama on national TV, I would get a heel reaction too. It's the easiest way to get heat, and it just sticks with him. It's Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is my day, and I beat him up. People will be booing me all day, all night. So in my opinion, I don't know. I'm not too impressed when it comes to his in-ring work. He's improved, but he's not going to be better than other people on this list for sure. So for me, I already disagree. MJF, well, he ranked number one last year, which I do agree. However, number two, if we had to give it to someone else, I can see. Hold on. Number three, Tony Storm. This is who would be my number one. This would be my number one. I would put, oh damn, MJF. MJF missed a big chunk of this year. So if we're talking about what happened this year, no titles this year. He did lose the world title in December. So he was gone. However, he still makes a huge impact, especially with him and Ospreay's little scuffle that they had earlier this summer for the American title. I would definitely put Toni Storm number one. She has absolutely impressed me, and I know a lot of other people. The character was absolutely down pat. Her having the women's championship was something as well. I mean, I can't believe she didn't get number one. I will say this, that when it comes to these lists, that 9.9 out of 10 times, WWE gets favored to hold the number one spots on these things because that's what people are watching more than anything else. And I understand that, but just because that's the more popular and more watch promotion does not mean that they're guaranteed automatically that number one spot. So I don't agree. Toni Storm would be my number one. I can't necessarily say I would put MJF at number two because he was gone for almost half the year. So I don't think I would put him at number two, but he would definitely probably still stay at somewhere, but definitely within the top 10, maybe top 5. Number 4, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, I did say I wanted the Terror Twins to terrorize me. I really do enjoy her. Number 2, well, she had the title. She's had 2 injuries this year that put her away for a little bit. I don't know if I would put her at number 4. Definitely, I think I would definitely keep her in the top 10. Mariah May. Number 5. Okay, I'll say this. Mariah May, it was a slow start. We all knew what was going to happen between her and Tony. I don't think I would put her at number 5. I really don't. And the only reason why I say this, and the reason why I think she's higher up in the list, is because of her story with Tony Storm. So if she wasn't in that story with Tony Storm, I don't think she would even make it this high on the list. That really helped, especially bring her to the heel character that she is right now. However, since she's taken the title off of our girl, even a little bit before, things have been stale with Mariah because she's still using Tony Storm's moves. I think that it would be nice if we got to see a little bit more of what we've seen from her in Stardom than what we're getting right now. We've been bored with her being the champion. And I've wanted more. I really wanted more, and I've tried to really, really stick behind her. But to be honest, I've been pretty bored with her. But I'll definitely say that if it wasn't for her being in that storyline with Tony Storm, she wouldn't be this high up on the list for sure. Takeshita! Oh my God, Takeshita. Takeshita, oh Lord have mercy. This my babe right here. Takeshita, I'm gonna have to see the whole list, but Takeshita is definitely one of the best wrestlers wrestling in the world right now. And if you guys are not watching all his matches to see what the hell I'm talking about, you're missing out. I've mentioned before that his match with Mike Bailey at Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, sexual experience, definitely. It's just so freaking good. Match of the year contender for me. And he's done some really great things. Now, he's also been somebody who's been a little bit under the radar, kind of lost in the shuffle. And there's more to be done. And I don't think we've seen the best from Takeshita yet. He got an international title. They're kind of doing a horrible job, I feel, in terms of promoting him as the international champion within the AEW audience. So that right there can be an issue for him in the long run. But he is definitely maybe the best wrestler on this list. I got to check and see who all else is on here. But definitely Takeshita would be in my top 5. He's number 6, so that's okay. It says he ranked number 8 last year. Jackson Perry. Jackson Perry, number 7. Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher has had an amazing year, starting from last year too, especially with the tag titles. He and Mark Davis were the belt collectors last year. Unfortunately, with Mark Davis, multiple injuries and health issues, they've had to vacate titles and stuff like that within New Japan and all that. And but since he's been doing his solo stuff, he's been amazing. He was Ring of Honor TV champion earlier this year. He he nailed it. And since he lost that title, he has made a huge name for himself. You guys see, he has a new look. He's given that young Randy Orton vibe that I hate comparing wrestlers to other wrestlers, but that's a good sign for someone to say that you remind me of a young Randy Orton. So this right here is really promising with Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher next year, he gonna be like top 3. Him, Takeshita for sure. I would not have put Jackson Perry over Kyle Fletcher. But you know what? I get it. Wait. No, okay. Kyle Fletcher had the Ring of Honor TV title, which is, I guess you could say, less important than the TNT title in terms of the ranks of the title. So I could understand why Jackson Perry is up on this list. Jackson Perry also missed some time as well, especially after the whole foolishness with CM Punk. And he came back at, what was it? Was it Wrestle Dynasty or something? No, not Wrestle Dynasty. He came back. What pay-per-view was that? Earlier this year in New Japan. He was over there for a little bit with House of Torture. And then now he is back within AEW. He just lost the TNT title. I wanted more for Jackson Perry. He's a tremendous wrestler. I'm not going to put how I actually feel about these people in terms of where I feel like they should rank. I really feel like, although I'm not a fan, I think that he has so much potential to be much bigger than what he was this year. And if anything, I'm going to blame the company in terms of why he didn't get to make it further than what he was. I would put Kyle Fletcher over Jackson Perry. All right, coming in at number 9, Daniel Garcia. Top 10. I don't think so. Not top 10. And him winning the TNT title like yesterday, pretty much, I don't think it's good enough to put him here. He was missing for a little bit too. Last year, not so bad. He did absolutely horribly in the Continental Classic in back in December. Since then, it's been a little bit here and there. It hasn't been much. To be honest, the only thing I can remember is the match that he had with MJF. He also had a match with Jackson Perry, obviously that just happened the other day. He's been pretty much just parading around with Daddy Magic, and honestly, I haven't seen anything from him to be number 10. Shota Umino number. Hold on. Jackson. Okay. Danny Garcia number 9. Shota Umino number 10. Shota, baby. I don't think number 10. I don't think number 10. I do think that New Japan are looking for him to be that next new guy to be one of the top guys. I think it's going to take a little bit of some time. I don't want to get too much into it because, we're just going over the list because y'all know me. I'll talk about this shit all day, all night. But I don't think I would put him at number 10. Braun Breaker. I think I would put him I would put him in that 10 spot. I gotta see who else is on here though. But Braun Breaker, I agree with being on here. Okay, this one I'm not too familiar with. Kaito Kiyomiya, not too familiar with him, so I'm not going to dispute that. El Hijo de Vikingo, Lord have mercy. He's so, oh my God. Y'all seen him. Y'all know exactly who this is. I don't even need to get into it. He is tremendous in the ring. Unfortunately, he's had some issues this year as well, including injuries. Even exhaustion was an issue for him earlier this year as well, where he had to be taken by the ambulance and everything because he's just been working several nights a week within the US or in Mexico. He was really overworking himself earlier this year, and unfortunately, he did get hurt at the last. What happened? What was that TNA show that they did recently? He got hurt, so I have not seen him in the ring since. Chris Statlander, oh my God, would I have put her a little bit higher? I think she's all right here, number 15. I'm cool with it. Austin Theory, what did we get from him this year? I don't know. I don't know if I would put him within the top 15. I think I would put him a little bit lower. Jordan Grace, I would bring up. I would certainly bring up Jordan. I know she was 28 years old. Okay. I didn't know that. Definitely what's helped her this year is her involvement with the whole TNA thing, and obviously her holding the title as well. Well, you know what? Trinity had the title for like, I don't know. She got it from Trinity, and she's been holding the title ever since. So yeah, I can see her. I would put her a little bit higher than 16. Hook. Oh my God. If I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done with it, because I would tear him up right now. Hook, I only think has only made it to wherever he is, whatever that is because of his daddy, and that's it. That's really it. I can do a couple of suplexes in a red rum too. You know what I mean? This is all we really get from him. I think this year, to be completely honest with you, and if anybody who don't agree, I implore you to go back, because I got time. I have time to go back and watch matches. I don't know about y'all. Hook, he's not that talented, to be completely honest with you. He spent a majority of his very short career, to be honest with you, just in AEW. I don't know if he's ever wrestled anywhere else, to be honest. Now, with that being said, majority of those matches were squash matches against damn near nobodies that was picking up along the road. And it, like I said, there's a couple of different variations of suplexes and a red rum and take the win, while he was holding the FTW title, which hold no weight within AEW. And then once this year, I want to say it was this year, where he started wrestling more credible wrestlers. And I'll never forget this. It was a Rampage episode where finally they took Hook and put him in a match with Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero is a veteran. He has been all over the world, probably even wrestled out of space. And this was one of those times where I was just like, this is the match. This is going to be the match that's going to show me what Hook can really do. And he, in my opinion, did not do a great job in the ring with Rocky Romero. I probably would have given him another opponent. Damn, I'm getting too much into it. Whatever the situation is, he is not that great. And if you look at what he's done this year, him being that little program with Chris Jericho, whatever, that did nothing to elevate him, to be honest with you. I don't think he's a great wrestler. And if you don't agree, just go back and watch his matches. There's just issues there where I feel like if it would have been somebody like Nick Wayne, who when you don't see him on AEW, he is wrestling all over the country, even in front of 15 people. He's getting that work in. And somebody like Hook, who's like pretty much a nepo baby in this situation, who doesn't work in the indies, who don't have experience, who only gets her experience within AEW. And you can see it when he is in the ring with other experienced wrestlers. There's no reason why Hook should even be on this list. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Tiffany Stratton, I don't fuck with her, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with her being here at number 18. Mascara Dorada 2.0. Oh, he's so good. We haven't seen him in AEW in a while, though. He's another really good one. If y'all don't know, maybe I can find some highlight videos of him. He really in CMLL, and from time to time you'll see him in AEW, but it's been a while since. I don't even think he's been in AEW this year. I'm not sure. Roxanne Perez, absolutely agree. Maybe I would put her higher up on this list for sure. Wheeler Yuta, my boy. Now, he's missed like half the year, to be honest with you. Damn, he's missed half the year. He's with the not Blackpool Combat Club, the Death Riders. To be honest with you, you know, they whooping his ass in the group too. But his career is very promising. He's with the right people. You know, storyline purposes, you know, like I said, they're whooping his ass, but he's with the right people. They're helping him to become something much bigger within this profession. So, and what he's done so far, I think, has been great. Maybe a little bit lower because he's missed half of the year due to injuries. I don't know. I don't think I would put him here at 22. Logan Paul at 22. On average, I don't want to talk about how I don't like this guy. I really don't. I commend him for being someone who is a fan of wrestling and getting in there and doing it. But he's so part-time that it was literally him just wrestling, I want to say, on average, 1 month, one match per month. And he hasn't even wrestled 20 matches, I don't think. Maybe even 15 matches. I don't even think so. In his entire career. If anything, popularity is a thing because he's one of those TikTok people or whatever he does. I've never seen a video of him doing whatever it is that he does, to be honest. I don't know any of this shit. But popularity plays a role. He did nothing with the U.S. title but taking pictures for Instagram. And there have been times where I've seen a couple of moves from him where I felt impressed. You know, he had that match with Rey Mysterio where he saved his life. So I guess that right there's a reason to put him on the list. But I'm not impressed. But I guess 22. Why not? All right, after this, we have Yuma Aoyagi. I might be butchering that. I'm not familiar with this wrestler. Gabe Kidd. Oh my God! If y'all don't know Gabe Kidd, get on the bandwagon right now. He's going to be Kenny Omega's first opponent. That's going to be at Wrestle Dynasty. And y'all, wherever Kenny Omega at, I'm going to be at. But Gabe Kidd, please do yourself a favor, check him out. Since he has beat Eddie Kingston earlier this year to take the New Japan Openweight title from him, he's been on a roll. If you're looking for a monster heel, this is your guy. He is going to be in the top 10 for sure next year. I absolutely know it. He's absolutely amazing. Go ahead and check him out. Not just him in the ring, his in-ring work, promos as well. He's just amazing. Utami Yayashita, she is great from Marigold. The only person from Marigold, I think. If y'all don't know Utami, I would definitely... Oh, God. Where have she's wrestled for AEW, well, Ring of Honor. Maybe some of y'all might have recognized her from there if you don't watch anything else. She's wrestled with Julia before. If y'all seen anything outside of damn, if y'all seen anything from Miracle, I'm not sure if y'all familiar with it, but she deserves to be on this list as well. Julia Hart, 26. Okay. She's missed some quite a bit this year as well. That's interesting. Hold on, Jamie Hayter, 27. They ran out of people under 30, to be honest with you. Jamie Hayter, I love Jamie Hayter. We always praying for her to get well. But she's only been back since All In, which was August. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the company ain't done a damn thing with Jamie Hayter. I have not seen anything from Jamie Hayter. She did beat up Soraya with a VCR earlier, a couple of months ago. But honestly, we haven't really seen much of her. If I would take her off the list, I would. But then again, who else is under 30, to be honest with you? I love Jamie, but we really haven't seen anything much from her. Sean Skywalker, I'm not familiar with. Dragon Lee, 29. Well, they say he was 17 last year. We didn't see much from him this year. I don't think so. I've been a little bit bored with him in AEW. I was thinking he was gonna stay with his brothers in AEW, and that didn't happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up happening sometime in the future. We'll see what happens with Dragon Lee. There's so much more they could have been doing with him. Number 30, Yuma Anzai. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Not familiar with that wrestler either. With some of the placing, I don't care for. I wouldn't put some people where they are. Dominic Mysterio, number 1. I don't agree at all. Toni Storm, what we see Toni Storm do, I think is amazing. How she was able to take something like a classic character that's supposed to be from like what the 1920s or 30s and make that popular in 2024. That's really difficult. Like me, I am a huge fan of movies from the 1920s and 30s. I can't get nobody to watch the movies with me, but she take a character and she's been able to make that something within pro wrestling too. Has been absolutely just amazing. I'm just like so amazed with what she's been able to do. And since she lost that title, she has been wrestling in Japan and in Mexico as well. And she so-called is retired right now. She announced her retirement almost a week ago. I doubt that's the case, but she would have been number 1 for me. Absolutely. I don't want to take anything from Dominic, but like I say, if I beat up my mama, yeah, I would be booing me too. I think he's improved, but for number 1 spot, absolutely not. Y'all know, like I said, take this with a grain of salt. I don't know. I'm trying to think who else could have been on here. Dante Martin, if the company would just do something with this guy, he would be on here. Action and Dreading that. Well, Leo Rush just turned 30. I remember it was his birthday a couple of days ago. But there's other people here, a lot of young people. Nick Wayne's not on here. They haven't done anything with Nick Wayne. I'm not even gonna lie. But it's also what the company does with you too. So if they don't have anything for you, they're not doing anything important with you, then it's hard for people to see you in a list like this because we're not seeing enough of you. I watch these guys enough to feel like they can be on here. They have the potential to be on lists like this, but unfortunately they don't get the TV time. They don't get that recognition that they deserve to be on, to be seen, to be on lists like this. This is why you got things like the Continental Classic going on, and it's the same motherfuckers who's always on top in these things. Should be something for mid-carders to use so that when we think of lists like this, we can see somebody like Dante Martin name on here, Nick Wayne that be putting in work, who's wrestling again, who's wrestling in front of 10 people on the weekends. Like, these people are so talented, and I feel like, everyone on this list, at least the ones that I know of, which is most of them, all these people have promising futures, and I can't wait to see what happens from here. But Toni Storm not being number 1 is a crime. Guys, thanks very much for watching my video. Y'all catch me doing everything else that I do throughout the week. AEW Ring of Honor related. And then obviously on Saturday, I will be doing a watch along for Survivor Series. So come on back over here at Wrestle Tati for more wrestling. See you guys then. Bye.